More than 2,500 years ago, the fate of Western civilization hung in the balance. On one side stood the greatest empire the world had ever seen, the Persian Empire. On the other side were small, divided Greek city-states, many of them rivals. Yet these small cities would unite to fight one of history's most famous wars. This is the story of the Greco-Persian Wars, a dramatic clash of power, courage, and strategy that shaped the future of Europe and the world. In the 6th century BCE, the Persian Empire rose to dominance. Under the powerful King Cyrus the Great, his empire expanded rapidly, stretching from Central Asia to the Mediterranean Sea. Later rulers continued this expansion, turning Persia into the largest empire the world had ever seen. By the time King Darius I came to power, Persia controlled enormous territories, including Egypt, Mesopotamia, and parts of Asia Minor. But along the western coast of Asia Minor lived Greek settlements known as the Ionian cities. Although they were Greek in culture, they were now under Persian rule, and they did not like it. In 499 BCE, the Ionian Greeks decided to rebel against Persian control. This rebellion became known as the Ionian Revolt. The city-state of Athens and the small city of Eretria sent ships to help the rebels. Together they attacked and burned the Persian regional capital of Sardis. Although the revolt was eventually crushed, the damage had been done. King Darius I was furious. According to legend, he ordered a servant to remind him every day, "Master, remember the Athenians." Darius planned revenge, and this revenge would lead to war between Persia and Greece. In 490 BCE, the Persian army invaded Greece. Their fleet landed near the town of Marathon, not far from Athens. The Persians expected an easy victory. Their army was larger and better equipped. But the Athenians refused to surrender. Led by the Athenian general Miltiades, around 10,000 Greek soldiers marched to face the Persians. The Greeks used a powerful military formation called the phalanx, heavily armored soldiers, standing shoulder to shoulder with shields and spears. When the battle began, the Greeks charged. The Persian forces were surprised by the sudden attack. After fierce fighting, the Greek army pushed the Persians back toward their ships. Against all expectations, the Greeks won. This victory proved that the Persian Empire was not invincible. 10 years later, Persia tried again. The new Persian king, Xerxes I, prepared one of the largest invasion forces in ancient history. His army may have included hundreds of thousands of soldiers. He even built massive bridges across the Hellespont to move his army from Asia into Europe. As the Persian army marched toward Greece, the Greek cities-states knew they had to unite. For once, rival cities like Athens and Sparta agreed to fight together. Their goal was simple: stop the Persian invasion. In 480 BCE, a small Greek force blocked the Persian army at a narrow mountain pass called Thermopylae. The Spartan king, Leonidas I, led about 7,000 Greek soldiers. Among them were 300 elite Spartan warriors. For 2 days, the Greeks held their ground against the massive Persian army. But eventually, a local Greek trader showed the Persians a secret path around the mountain. Realizing they were surrounded, King Leonidas dismissed most of the Greek army. He and his 300 Spartans stayed behind to fight to the death. Their sacrifice became one of the most famous acts of bravery in history. After Thermopylae, the Persians advanced and even captured Athens. But the Greeks were not defeated. The Athenian leader Themistocles had a clever plan. He lured the Persian navy into the narrow waters near the island of Salamis. There, the large Persian ships had difficulty maneuvering. Greek ships attacked quickly and destroyed much of the Persian fleet. The Greek victory at the Battle of Salamis forced Xerxes to retreat back to Persia. The invasion had failed. The Greco-Persian Wars finally ended in 479 BCE with a Greek victory. Despite their differences, the Greek city-states had successfully defended their independence. These victories allowed Greek culture, democracy, philosophy, and science to flourish. Many historians believe that if Persia had won, the history of Europe, and perhaps the world, would have been very different. The Greco-Persian Wars remain a powerful reminder that courage, unity, and strategy can change the course of history. And sometimes, even the smallest forces can defeat the greatest empires.